Kenner French, vastsolutionsgroup.com. We're going to be talking to Nick May, who is on the other side of the pond, and he actually has a very interesting bit of software that I know will add value for you, some of our clients who are over in England on the other side of the pond. Nick May, thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Kenneth.
All right, real quickly, let's jump to it. Tell us your background, because I know it's an interesting background, and you got to use that cool English British voice, because I love hearing that.
Well, I'll try not to lapse into an American accent, but to imitate you, I mean.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm an IT guy, really. That's my profession, but I've had a lot of experience in financial services. I've been involved in developing and architecting financial services systems for quite a lot of my career. And I'm also very interested in retirement planning. I got interested really when I was starting to think about my own retirement. I sort of came up with the idea, develop something that's better than a spreadsheet, because I started doing stuff on a spreadsheet. And some of the other work I was doing, which was in IT, which was nothing to do with financial services, gave me an idea about stochastic techniques that can be applied to problems which are uncertain, like retirement planning and financial planning is. So I got the idea, why not apply an optimization algorithm on top of a Monte Carlo simulation, on top of a financial model? And that's where the idea of Evolve My Retirement was born. It was just an idea, but I spent a lot of my spare time developing prototype software. And eventually I had a prototype. I showed it around. People liked it. So I decided I'll make a product out of this. So I put a team together and worked with the team. I worked mainly on the back end and the proprietary stuff, and I had a team put a nice front end around it. And the result was the first release of evolvemyretirement.com. And so what it lets you do basically is it allows you to put in your financial situation as it is today, and the key thing that you want to optimize, but it's not the only thing, is discretionary spending, because it's easy to recognize what you have to spend money on, but it's not easy to recognize how much you can afford to spend on an ongoing basis, starting from now until well past retirement, until the end of your life, particularly since you don't know how long you're going to live, and you don't know how well your investments are going to grow. So you put in all the stuff you know about, and there are built-in assumptions which you can modify regarding uncertainties like growth, inflation, and property prices, things like that. And you push a button to generate an optimized strategy, and it works for a few minutes, and it comes up with that, gives you an optimized strategy, which you can edit if you like, or you can re-optimize it or make some changes if you think some things are not quite as they should be. And you can look at the results of your optimized strategy, and it can give you all sorts of graphs and charts, some of which are familiar, like showing how your net worth grows over time. Some of which are less familiar, like sensitivity analyses of changing almost every variable under the sun. So the other things you can do, you can generate reports in PDF format. You can optimize by selectively fixing some of the items that can be optimized. So, as I said, it's not the only thing that can be optimized, the discretionary spending. You can optimize how much risk you should be taking with your investments in order to reduce the risk of running out of retirement, and you can optimize the kind of annuities you should or should not buy, or whether you should avoid them. All these things, some people like to fix and make a decision. I'm going to do this, but I want to optimize everything around that. So you can do that. Mm-hmm. So this was a very groundbreaking product, and we have a growing and very loyal user base who swear by this program.
It really is incredible that there wasn't
Yes.
something out like that before, because we came out with our wealth check software, which is AI/financial kind of planning software, and it blows me away when I get feedback from clients how happy they are that we have it. And I know that people in in England, the UK, should be happy as well, because you need to plan for your longest vacation. That really is what, in my opinion, retirement is. It's just a long vacation. And no one wants to run out of money on a vacation. No one wants to run out of money in retirement. So I think it's really, really smart what you're doing. You're getting people prepared for their longest vacation. And you want to know how your money is going to last, how long your money is going to last in retirement or on your longest vacation. It really is brilliant.
Exactly. Yes. And I was very surprised nobody had done it before.
Yeah.
And nobody's done it since.
Ooh, that even says something even more.
Yes.
What's incredible to me is, when I've talked to, or actually my staff has talked to a few of the people who've used your software, and I know they're tickled pink. I know it's working. I know without a doubt it's working. But tell me some of the struggles, actually. This is going to be interesting. Tell me some of the struggles that you found either as an entrepreneur or that you found in putting together the software or marketing the software.
Yes, I mean, getting traction is the biggest struggle on any online product. So you've got to build a user base and get referrals and get reviews and good reviews before you can really attract new customers in numbers, and that is happening after quite a lot of false starts. While we were developing the product, making it all singing, all dancing, in the beginning there wasn't enough traction on the website, and not enough footfall on the website, despite everything they could do. But there seems to have been a point, maybe a couple of years ago, where critical mass seems to have been reached, and we get plenty of new sign-ups every day, which is really great.
Look at you! Like, how many people go to the website? Let's say on a monthly basis.
Go to it, hundreds. I mean, if not thousands. But we've got several thousand user base now, and
nice.
And they and some of them take up a paid subscription, and the ones that do tend to renew when because it's a yearly subscription, and it's a very nominal subscription charge. We have a basic free basic user level, and then there's a standard user level and a premium user level. But even the premium is pretty basic sorry, not basic, but pretty reasonable in its cost for a year. How
much does it cost to be a premium user?
It's £49.99, which is in dollars is multiplied by 1.25. I suppose that would be about between $60 and $65 for a
That's
year.
a no-brainer, because again, what you're doing is you're planning for the longest vacation you're ever going to take. So you might as well be able to plan and cost whatever under $100 to do that planning. That seems pretty smart to me.
Sure. No, I mean the people who become premium users tend to renew year after year, and we get new sign-ups all the time. So it's really looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And we've added a new AI component, which everybody is doing, but it's geared to our website, an AI assistant that understands the workings of the website. So whilst we encourage our users to reach out to our support team, they can also get an immediate response just by asking the AI quite often.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice.
It's hooked into a large language model.
Well, let's talk about that. So obviously we've been doing AI for, well, really since 2018, well, really going back to 2010. But almost all of our people who are out there watching and listening are entrepreneurs. And probably some of them are thinking about implementing AI. I'm going to ask you some questions about AI. Has that been a challenge in implementing it? And if so, how did you overcome that? Because obviously you have overcome it. So give a little bit of feedback about the AI and your implementation on your website.
Okay. So it's hooked into the OpenAI, the software development kit. So that provides the basic large language model. I provide the specific knowledge base specific to our website, which is in text form, and we also provide callback functions. So if the user asks something which is relevant to their particular inputs, the model can go and get information from their account and incorporate that into their reply. So in terms of the problems in overcoming it, I think the biggest problem has been in terms of not overshooting the limits set by the OpenAI provider. So there are so-called tokens, which you can maximum number of tokens in requests, and if very complicated requests, sometimes they can be exceeded. And with an ongoing conversation, the tokens can build up. So finding ways to avoid breaching the token limits has been one of the major technical challenges. I would say that's the major one. Understanding the API. I mean, I came to it cold. It took me a couple of weeks to really get my head around what it could do. But all in all, I mean, I think I managed to put together a good solution around it.
That must be the case if you have hundreds, if not thousands, of people coming to the website. So nice work. I think that I know for us, the use of AI has been a no-brainer. I mean, it saves us so much money in the way of employees, and I think it adds a lot of value to clients. I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's evolving on a daily basis, seemingly. But I think if there's any entrepreneurs out there that are thinking about, really weighing the decision if they want to do AI, I think they have to. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It sounds like it's worked for you.
Yes, I mean, when we started Evolve My Retirement, the AI element was the genetic algorithm, and now we have layered on top of that the large language model to provide online assistance, in addition to the optimization algorithm, which is a completely different kind of AI, less talked about nowadays than large language models, but equally important to this kind of application.
I understand. So going back to a little bit more about the software, I have a couple questions that just crept into my mind. What in building it, actually, because you're far along in the path. I guess this is a weird question. What would you have done differently, and what is on the horizon for Evolve My Retirement?
There's not much I would have done differently, to be honest. I mean,
nice.
Although, I mean, having said that, Evolve My Retirement has evolved, if you pardon the pun.
Very good.
I take user feedback, some of which is quite challenging feedback, and we incorporate it into new releases. So the product out there today is not my original conception of Evolve My Retirement. It's my original conception plus all the much of the feedback that I've received from users who use it day in, day out, even more than I do. I use it for my own finances as well. I couldn't live without it now. I'm probably perhaps one of the most critical users there are, but users come up with things which I wouldn't have thought of, and that's really helpful. So it's evolved into perhaps the way it should be. I mean, there's still new improvements I think of all the time, and that users request all the time. I mean, it's pretty tailored to the UK tax system at the moment. That's something that I would like to see broadened in the future, more flexible, and be able to adapt to other tax systems. That's been requested by people from the US and also by people in other English-speaking countries. So we'll see where we go with that.
Interesting. We're coming down the last few minutes of the show. So let me ask kind of one, I would say, critical question. So, what would you say? What? Because obviously you're a seasoned vet as far as entrepreneurship. You've got a great software. It sounds like a lot of people are using it. What's the one piece of advice you would tell an aspiring entrepreneur or a brand new entrepreneur in order to help them succeed?
Always look at a potential product from the potential user's point of view. Understand your target user base. Make sure that it's not too niche, and understand what they're looking for, and be responsive. Don't be afraid to put something out early, but make sure that you can be responsive to feedback. That's what I would say is critical.
Wow, that's huge, and that's coming from a seasoned vet as far as entrepreneurship, and you've been in business for a while, so that's huge. How does one get a hold of you, and or to use the software outside of going to our website? Go.
Well, it's evolvemyretirement.com. Just type it into any web browser, and the instructions are all there. It's really easy to use. It's really easy to sign up. You don't have to pay to sign up, and you can do quite a lot with just the free account. The team at Evolve My Retirement really look forward to seeing more people join the club.
I like that. Or, of course, they could go to our website, vastsolutionsgroup.com. We'll have a link on there to Evolve My Retirement. Nick's a good guy. We've known each other off and on here for at least a few years. And I always love hearing your accent. Always cool hearing your accent. Always nice chatting with you. But to everyone who's out there, viewers and listeners alike, once again, my name's Kenner French, vastsolutionsgroup.com. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
Awesome.